Hello, I'd like to welcome you, retards and screwheads, to the latest edition of my show. It's a show where we take news from events of the day, news that's going through the media cycle right now, and we put a biblical perspective on it. I'm your host, and let's get started. The title of this particular show is, or episode I should say, is Why Do Christians Vote for Trump? Why is he popular with the evangelical community? I mean, he is a pig, so why do we still support him? So let's hop right into it, shall we? There's a guy in Idaho, a pastor named Doug Wilson, and he says that Trump is like chemotherapy, that he's necessary for the nation, so to cure our cancer, so to speak. But I don't agree with Doug Wilson. I believe Trump is more like a mirror. And when we look into the mirror, we don't like what we see. We find that we're even more of a pig than he is. I'll give you an example. Let's take this thing with Stormy Daniels. Stormy's a naughty woman, so to speak, right? She's a porn star, a prostitute. And did Trump have sex with her? Damn Skippy had sex with her, and he probably enjoyed it. Well, is that good? No, it's not good. It's terrible. But let's look at Joe Biden and compare and contrast. Joe Biden forced himself on a woman named Tara Reid when she was a young intern. And now do you know where she is? She's in Russia. Since telling her story, she feels so threatened by the Justice Department that she had to run away to Russia. It's one of the few countries where they don't have extradition back to the United States. And I was shocked. I had no idea she'd run away to Russia, and she's so afraid of the Justice Department. But there she is in Moscow. She won't come back for fear of going to jail. And let me tell you, even if they didn't put her in jail, they would put her through so many criminal proceedings that she would spend the rest of her life in debt. She would be drowning in debt, right? So, is Trump a pig? Of course he's a pig. But this Biden, he's even worse. And let's take the issue of Ivanka Trump, Donald's daughter. When I saw Ivanka sitting on Donald's knee and some of the stuff he says about Ivanka, is it creepy? Yeah, it's creepy. But again, like I said, it's a mirror effect. Let's compare and contrast with Biden. His daughter's diary, it's all over the internet. You could go right now, type in her name, PDF, put PDF behind it. And you can just see her diary. And let me tell you, some of the stuff in there, it's shocking, absolutely shocking. One would even come to the conclusion that she's been sexually abused by her father. It's it's the stuff that would turn your hair gray. It's so disgusting. And again, is Trump creepy? Yeah, he's creepy. But he's not nearly as creepy as this guy, right? You take a look at Trump's sons. Are they a bit stiff? Yeah. Are you tired of seeing them? Yeah, I'm tired of seeing them on TV. I think the one, Don Jr., is a big game hunter. He likes to go and kill defenseless animals with his rifle. Okay, whatever. But, again, you compare it with Hunter Biden and the stuff that's on this poor guy's laptop. I mean, he's in there smoking crack, he's buck naked, he's making it with hookers, he's got a federal gun charge against him. So again, it's when these people, these libtards say, hey, how can you Christians support him? What other choice do we have? Now some might argue, well, what about Mike Pence? My feeling is Mike Pence is creepy. You know, he's one of those guys, like, he won't be alone in a room with a woman, right? To me, that's creepy. He's got to have witnesses. When you live your life that way, it's just a creep show. And you see him when he speaks, he comes across as creepy. You know, so again, I don't feel that Donald is a chemotherapy like Doug Wilson would say. I believe he's just a mirror. You know, the whole Me Too movement took off under Trump. You know, they would try to get Trump for, you know, like a Jeannie Carroll and the rest of it. And then what came out of it was, yeah, Trump's might be bad, but these guys, they're a lot worse. Harvey Weinstein and the list goes on and on. You know, I remember an Oscar presentation when before Trump was in office, when the name Roman Polanski was announced at the Oscars. Of course, he can't come to America because he's a convicted pedophile, and all of them stood up and applauded him. Oh yeah, we love you, Roman. You're fantastic. We love you. And they don't do that anymore. That's the Trump effect. He's a mirror, and you see, you learn stuff about your country. I never knew that my country was run by psychopaths until this orange Cheeto man came into office. I had no idea how dastardly they were. Almost, I'd say, murderous. And that's and Trump is the one who kind of brought this to my attention. You know, again, a mirror where you have to look, you have to gaze at the truth. You know, and for that, you know, strangely enough, I'm thankful. Well, I'm at 7 minutes now, and I just want to talk about one more story because I'm trying to keep it at 10 minutes. Maxine Waters, a congresswoman from California, says that Trump has no right to say the election is rigged because it might start a revolution. Not the election. Well, he said the election is rigged. His trial. Because by saying that, it might start a revolution. And I say, what has this woman been smoking? We all know it's rigged. He went in there, tried by the state on federal charges. It's not going to stand up against appeal. We all know that. He will have to spend time in jail unless they stay the sentence until after the appeal, but there's just no way it's going to stand up. Anyway, that's and I gotta say this. Maxine Waters is retarded. She is a low IQ woman. And I say to myself, what kind of a Neanderthal would vote for this woman? And what does that show about our country when we have retards, literal retards, running things? People with low IQs. And we have to sit around and pretend that they're normal. Well, Maxine's not normal. She's a retard with serious psychological problems. And yes, we can say that this was a rigged trial. That's exactly what it was, Maxine. Rigged. Anyway, that's my thing for today, my post. And thank you for watching. I know this can't be very entertaining, but I've seen other YouTube videos and they don't seem that entertaining either. And they get like millions of views. Anyway, it's almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to stop. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.